Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, where today I'm going to be talking about the Power Rangers Super Megaforce Legendary Morpher, as well as the Legendary Ranger Keys. Alright, now, Super Megaforce, it's a sequel to Power Rangers Megaforce, where at the end of Megaforce, the Warstar aliens were forced to call in some reinforcements, and when they did, the Rangers were overwhelmed, so their mentor, Gosei, decided to upgrade their powers into Super Megaforce Rangers, which you can see on the far right. And after their powers were upgraded, Gosei revealed to them that they can not only do they have new powers, but they can also call upon the powers of every single past Ranger via the Ranger Keys. And so that's pretty much the basic. Selling point of the Legendary Morpher for me was basically the Ranger Keys, because I like how they have these little figurines now, and I just got the Morpher because I figured I might see what it can do and stuff. So let's take a look at it now. First of all, let me just say that I did see before I did this, I did see a couple of comparison videos that compared the Super Megaforce Morpher to the original Sentai, the Morpher from the Sentai counterpart, Gokaiger. And I was very tempted to get the Gokaiger Morpher. However, due to monetary reasons, I decided to get the American version because I knew that if I got the Gokaiger Morpher, then I would probably want to get the keys that go with it, and the keys that. And like most Sentai Morphers compared to the American Morphers, they are bigger, and they are probably only available overseas and stuff. Probably very hard to find in America, and if you do find them, they're usually pretty expensive. So I decided, for money reasons, not to get the Japanese Morpher, instead stick with the American version. And I gotta say, the American version so far is just pretty much great if you're a kid who watches Power Rangers. If you're like me, who's an older fan and a collector and something of a collector, you're not going to want to. You shouldn't really waste your time with a Morpher, because let me explain. Okay, it's basically a cell phone type. This Morpher is basically a cell phone type Morpher. However, first of all, let me explain the sound thing. Here's the on-off switches back here. You turn it on, and you'll notice. Yeah, you probably could barely hear what that sounded like. Here, you probably can't really hear this very well, and that's because it's pretty weak. And the best way that the sound works, honestly, is if you stick a key into the keyhole. Here, let me show you. I'm turning the Morpher off again. I'm gonna pick the green turbo key here. Flip this up. Okay, I'll get into the keys in a minute, but right now, okay, we put in the key like so. You turn on the Morpher, and yeah, you can hear that a lot better. Same thing with the button. By the way, also the button, it looks like it has 9 buttons, but really it's just one big button with only like 5 pushable ones. If you can see, probably can't get a good view of it, but it's only at 4, 2, 5, 8, and 6. They just pretty much put one big button with just 5 little ones that press the same thing, and I gotta say, that's not really impressive for a cell phone, for something like. I think if you're gonna at least make a toy that looks like a cell phone, you should at least use real buttons, even if no one has a 9-digit keypad on their cell phone anymore. But I mean, still, come on. But in a way, I can see how the makers of this Morpher probably looked at it for budget reasons, and they probably said, you know what? We really just need buttons. Don't really do anything with this Morpher. They really just need the keys, so we'll just add one big button. I think, okay, that makes sense how you saved your company money, but it's also kind of a poor decision to take that away, because I think kids really do like pushing buttons. Let's face it. Okay, but enough about buttons. Let's talk about how the keys work with this Morpher. All right. First of all, let me just say that the classic keys that you can see here, Mighty Morphin, Turbo, Space, those are pretty much all. The only distinction between them is what franchise they're in. Let me explain, because and also this does include Megaforce. Pretty much every single key that isn't Super Megaforce It won't. The Morpher won't identify the color. It will just pretty much identify what franchise it's in, and just make the original Mighty Morphin sound. Here, it'll be better if I show you. First, let's start off with the Super Megaforce key, and you'll understand. Red key, and I'll show you. When I put it in red.
Super Megaforce. Red.
Okay, and then once we turn the red key again, we get
Summon Starship.
yeah. Okay, so taking that out, and I'm just going to put this to the side because I'm going to need it later for another thing. Next, we take Super Mega Blue, put that in.
Super Megaforce. Blue.
And turn blue again, and we hear
Super Megatex.
yeah. And lastly, we have Super Mega Green.
Super Megaforce. Green. Super Mega Racer.
Yep. So pretty much the only keys that are unique among the Morpher, like per franchise. I mean, if you stuck any of these in, if you stuck any of the older keys in, the Morpher wouldn't tell the difference. Here, let me show you with. Let's go with. Let's use my. I'm going to go with the classic. We've got my Morphin Red here. Let me show you with this one. We input the key input the key here.
Mighty Morphin.
And the second sound you get with this is, yep, the communicator key. That's it. So we take red out, and we put in, and let's use blue to show you what I mean. Because watch, put it in, and
Mighty Morphin.
yeah, it really doesn't tell the difference because, and also, okay, taking out blue here, and the same thing, and you also get the communicator key, classic communicator sound for the other classic coins too, such as turbo. And there we go. And you also get one for space.
In space.
Yep, there we go. And that's pretty much what most of the Morpher sounds. Now, the Megaforce keys are interesting because since in the American version, Super Megaforce is really just a continuation of Megaforce, there is like a special, unique thing you can do with this Morpher. Here, let me show you with the Super. We input Super Mega Red here. Mega Red, and
Megaforce.
okay. Now we take it out, and we go with the red Megaforce key. And we get
Super Megaforce. Red.
Yeah, yeah, you get the idea. You pretty much get the Super Megaforce theme song, which is pretty interesting, which is pretty cool, I guess. And and something unique you can do with the Megaforce keys, because if I recall, they do not make the Zordon sound. They do not make the communicators sound when you input them again. Watch.
Megaforce.
Yep, I was right. Yep, they do not do the key. They are probably the only keys that they, like the Super Megaforce keys, are the only ones that don't do the communicator sound. And you can still do the Megaforce theme song with the blue key, with like the blue from like blue to.
Super Megaforce.
Yep. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and that's pretty much, and those are pretty much all the review, and that's pretty much what the legendary Morpher can do. So yeah, I guess I would say if you are an older collector and you have the money, I would say get the Gokaiger Morpher over this one, because this one is just basically made for kids, and if you're a parent whose kid loves Power Rangers, I would say get them this, because I think they'll have a lot more fun with it than the older fans will. Also, older fans, if you want to collect the Ranger keys, I say go ahead and get them, because that was one of the main reasons I wanted to get this Morpher, was the keys. And I do like the keys. They're nice. They're like little figurines that you can set up on your bookshelf or something and have on display, which, you know, are pretty nice. And also, one thing I noticed from that the American keys have that the Sentai keys don't is that apparently right here that the feet are spring loaded, so they go up pretty much on their own, because otherwise you'd have to push it up yourself. Also, there is an app for iPhone and Android that allows you to scan the keys and to help you like keep track of your key collection and stuff, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, also you can get the keys. The keys are sold in like packs of 3 for about, I believe, $8. They were $8 at Toys R Us and about $10 on Amazon. But some are hard to find. Like, I mean, Mighty Morphin and Megaforce and Super Megaforce, I was able to find at Toys R Us for about $8 each. But Turbo and In Space, I had to go online and get them on Amazon for about $10 each. Also, you can get certain keys through action figure packs and stuff. But if you don't really want to overpay for the figures and you're just getting the keys, I say just get the 3 packs. But overall, I like the key. The keys are great. If you are an older Power Ranger fan and this does kind of appeal to you, I say go for it. Okay, so that's it. That's my review of the Power Rangers Legendary Morpher and the key set and the key packs. Will I get more keys? Probably in the near future. But I'm probably just gonna and if I do, I'll let you know. Probably post some pictures on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see when I get them. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Check out my other Morpher reviews. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying see you later.